actually recognize and fulfill their obligations. And I think that's where people like you come in. I think even though there has been a lot of pressure put because of activities of civil society groups and the general public in the developed countries, especially in Europe, on their governments to deliver on an outcome, I think much more needs to be done. I mean, maybe this sounds a little, I don't know, insensitive, because maybe I'm assuming that you're not doing enough, maybe you are doing enough, but I think you need to do more, to put more pressure on our governments and make them realize that you want this. You know, it's the people of Europe and the rest of the developed world who want this to happen, because if this doesn't happen, then your children and my children and your children's children's and my children's children's future is at stake. And that's the crux of the matter.
Just a short comment and then I'll open the floor. I think what you also see is that what most countries are pretty scared of is to get the blame for a failure at the end of the day. I mean, there's a lot of game around how can we avoid that this particular group of countries would be seen to be the ones that caused the failure. And therefore there's a lot of positioning on that. And if we talk, when we talk to the negotiations team from each nation, they are really pleading with the civil society organizations in these groups not to target them, that they are part of the problem, not too much, or not singling them out at least. And this is one of the reasons why Canada is presenting this fossil of the day, actually to blame particular nations. Because this is quite an effective instrument. Everybody is scared stiff of getting the blame for not such a good deal or no deal, breakdown. And I think that position is what's going on, and they are quite vulnerable to that. So civil society has a role to play to act on this vulnerability by attacking also individual countries, to be more flexible or to give more in or whatever. You know, each country, there's a tactics of how to work with each and every country, each and every group, how to recommend and so on. There's part of the game that's going on in the Villa Center itself. And then of course there's the street stuff. What are we going to say and what are we going to protest around in the streets? Of course here the demonstration on Saturday is an important event where we are able to articulate that in the streets of Copenhagen. Okay, so let's open up for questions or